Alright, so let's do the proofs for the derivative theorem and the integral theorem. Again, if you don't need to see the proofs, you can move on to the next video. So let's suppose big F is the Laplace transform of little f, which by definition is equal to the integral from 0 to infinity e to the negative st f of t dt. Then big F prime, which is the derivative with respect to s, is equal to the derivative with respect to s of this whole thing. Let's move the derivative inside, so it's equal to 0 to infinity, derivative with respect to s, f of t dt. And the only thing with s is the exponent term, so this together gives you negative t times e to the negative st. The rest stays the same, and e to the negative t. This move this way. So it's equal to the integral from 0 to infinity e to the negative st times negative t f of t dt. So by definition, this is the Laplace transform of negative t f of t dt. Okay, so that's the proof for the derivative theorem. The proof for integral theorem is similar, so let's do that too. So suppose, same thing, let's start with big F of s equals to integral from 0 to infinity e to the negative st f of t dt. Then the integral from s to infinity, big F of sigma, d sigma, is by definition, just plug everything in, replace s by sigma, so this is e to the negative sigma t, f of t dt d sigma. Same process, let's move the integral inside, so it's 0 to infinity, s infinity, e to the negative sigma t, f of t, and then same thing, we have to move the d sigma inside. So it's d sigma dt. So let's evaluate this part, the part that has sigma. So let's keep everything else there. If we evaluate this on the side, e to the negative sigma t d sigma, this is equal to negative 1 over t e to the negative sigma t from s to infinity. It goes to 0 infinity, so there's the part does not count, so when sigma equal to s, it's 1 over t e to the negative st. So that's our integral, so it's 1 over t e to the negative st. And move this over. Integral from 0 to infinity e to the negative st times f of t over t dt. And by definition, this is the Laplace transform of f of t over t. Alright, so that's the proof of the integral theorems and derivative theorem.